As a child, I was very into studies, but when one day I was sitting in front of the TV and watching Devdas,
Okay.
I asked my mother, "Mama, who is she?"
Okay.
She told me, "She is Miss World, Nannu." She calls me Nannu. And then I asked her, "How do you become Miss World, Mama?" And then she told me that when you go on, first you go on to represent at Miss India, your state, and then when you win Miss India, then you go on to represent India at Miss World. I said, I want to do that. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm eating Hyderabadi biryani. I had it in the morning, during the lunch, and I had it during the dinner. So I loved it. I loved how the spices are blend colorfully. The state which has the modern blend, but also the deep-rooted traditional values. And there's diversity everywhere.
Yes.
There's diversity in language. There's diversity in food.
Yes.
There's diversity in citizens living
Yes.
here. But everything is existing in quiet harmony, and I love it. I'm looking towards to go to Yadagiri Gutta temple, to go to Buddha Vanam. I also am looking forward to, because I love Telugu cinema. I'm looking forward to visit Ramoji film studio complex. I think it's the largest in the world.
Hello, hi, and welcome to TNIE videos. This is Shreya Veronica, and today we are here with Miss World, who would be representing us, the country, in the 72nd Miss World competition. Hi, Nandini.
Hello, Shreya.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great, great. So, Nandini, I would want to understand, first of all, about your journey. Have you dreamt of being Miss World?
Oh, definitely, yes. I think when I think about Miss India, the dream started as a young girl. I was 10 years old when I first saw Aishwarya Rai. I mean, that was a time when I acknowledged that that's something as Miss World. As a child, I was very into studies, but when one day I was sitting in front of the TV and watching Devdas, I asked my mother, "Mama, who is she?" She told me, she is Miss World, Nannu. She calls me Nannu. And then I asked her, how do you become Miss World, Mama? And then she told me that when you go on, first you go on to represent at Miss India, your state, and then when you win Miss India, then you go on to represent India at Miss World. I said, I want to do that. And I think since then, my ideology in pageantry has evolved. Earlier, I used to think that it's only a woman standing in a gown with beautiful hair and makeup. But then I realized it's not just that. It's how you carry yourself and others with the same elegance. As I think the one thing that I've learned, that you not only need to have a beautiful face, but you need to have a beautiful purpose. And purpose and beauty, not only defines beauty, but also true strength. And I take so much pride in it that I'll be representing the true strength of each and every Indian citizen at the Miss World platform.
So take us through your journey, your preparation as Miss India also. How did you prepare for it, and how are you preparing for Miss World?
Well, the preparation is rigorous. Every day I'm working hard to check off the deadline. But yes, it's been very transformative. I look myself when I was 19 years old to now that I'm 21. There has been a lot of changes within me. And I think I've gone into a 360 transformation, from how I used to speak to how I used to sit, or even how I used to think. My thought process has actually evolved as a human being. I used to think like a girl, now I think like a woman. And I think now I think like an Indian, who is actually looking out for each and every Indian aspect, which I can beautifully bring out to the world.
So take us through your challenges. What were the challenges that you went through throughout this journey?
One of the most struggling thing that I faced earlier, that I was never frequently able to speak in English. My first language was Hindi. My second language was Haruti, which is spoken in Kota, and my third was English. When I came here, I did not realize that it would be so much important. And I was a person who never took part in any debate, any extempore in school. I think pageantry changed the game. During my Miss India competition, I was so much. I think I saw in each and every contestant I saw how I saw them, I observed them, and I absorbed whatever they were doing. And that's where I've evolved. I earlier, as a girl, as an introverted girl, I used to be very scared to even hold a mic. But now I hold the mic with the same confidence every day, like I hold my makeup brush.
Okay. So going out, moving on throughout the years, you've put your hard-earned efforts in it, but taking care of yourself, your personality also matters. So take us through that journey as well. How did it change and evolved?
Well, I've evolved a lot as a person. Like I told you, and my thought process has, of course, has evolved a lot. But one thing that has always stayed by are my values.
Okay.
I always say this, that I come from farms. I was born on the farmland, and no matter from a movie set to ramp walks, or even in my farms, even if I go into a spotlight, my values will stay.
Okay.
So my foundation is as firm as soil, and wherever I go, the values will be all together. So Nandini can evolve as a person, but her character will always be the same.
Okay. And how about your self-care, your routine, your skincare routine and everything like that? And I also want to know, are you following a certain diet to, to stay fit?
Well, I'm in Hyderabad right now, so let's not talk about the
yes,
diet
that's
part.
true.
I am eating, I'm a vegetarian, so I'm eating Hyderabadi biryani. I had it in the morning, during the lunch, and I had it during the dinner. So I loved it. I loved how the spices are blend colorfully. And I'm not talking about diet anymore. I don't want to. I just sipped Irani chai.
Okay.
But when you talk about skincare, yes, I do follow a definite regime, and that is very simple: cleanser, moisturizer. I don't do serums because my skin is very baby-like, and I think rose water to combat the Hyderabad heat.
That's nice. So moving on forward, also, like you are representing the beauty of India. So what else would you want to do? I mean, tomorrow, if you are the Miss World, how would you make your effort to make our country better?
I think I, as a person, I can only ignite a change. Each and every individual plays a different part in building their own story, in their own narratives, and contributing their own part to build the transformation. The one thing that I will do as a Miss World is to be a global ambassador for differently abled individuals. That is my project, Ekta. I would like to see it go further on the global stage, because I believe that my project it's great, but the audience that need to be assisted is greater. And I always feel there's someone waiting at some corner of the world thinking of me, that maybe now they know, now they won't, but after I'll win, that she will come here. We will get a chance to meet her, and maybe in some ways, with the help of the Miss World organization, I will have the chance. With the help of the Miss World organization, I will have the chance to help them in the needed ways. Maybe I don't think so they need the help, but I think I'll be able to empower them at a global platform.
Okay. So as women, we always talk about self-love. So how do you think it is important for a woman to follow that?
Visit Hyderabad. This is a city of love. And most importantly, what we girls need is love. And in the right place at the right time. What we need is to believe in ourselves, believe in what we do, love ourselves before loving anybody else. Because if you can do that, you can shape yourself each and every day. And I've learned the art of self-love by my mother. She has loved me, and she has loved herself more than anyone. She don't think that my dad will love her, no. But she always say, no, I love myself. I love you too, but I love myself more than I do to anyone. So that's one thing that I've learned, that before you love someone else, you love yourself more. And that comes when you have a lot of confidence in what you do.
So Miss World is happening here in Telangana, and this is known as the youngest and the growing state among India. So how would you want to represent our state?
Well, I think the best way I can represent it, that I always say it, that in India we not only just pass down the jewels, but we also pass down the experiences, the
Yes.
culture, the heritage, and everything that we have had for years, and I think centuries.
Yes.
And I think that's the inheritance that I will take on to the world stage, to see and to give it to the world that this is India. I carry the pride of each and every individual, 1.4 billion people at the world stage. By I think I hope that I would do justice to represent the essence of Telangana, the warmth, the hospitality, and the progressive spirit. Of course, it's known as the state which has the modern blend, but also the deep-rooted traditional values. And there's diversity everywhere.
Yes.
There's diversity in language. There's diversity in food. There's diversity in citizens living here. But everything is existing in quiet harmony, and I love it. So I think if I carry 1% of what Telangana is about, I think I'll be able to do the justice.
Okay. So there's a huge itinerary for all the contestants of Miss World. So what are you looking forward to?
To be honest, I'm looking forward to each and every destination. I'm looking towards to go to Yadagiri Gutta temple, to go to Buddhavanam. I also am looking forward to, because I love Telugu cinema. I'm looking forward to visit Ramoji Film Studio Complex. I think it's the largest in the world, and I'm really looking forward. Today I'm going to Charminar.
Oh, okay.
Golconda Fort, Falaknuma Palace. I think it's known as the Mirror of the Sky. And Chaumala Palace. So I think that's a lot of places, but yes, I've never been in the city to explore. Of course, I've been here for work, quite in and out, but I can't wait. I mean, I'm so excited.
Okay. So, whom do you take as an inspiration in your personal life and professionally as well?
Well, my inspiration is always changing, but I always draw my inspiration from different individuals, because when you say that, that when I have different minds, the outcome comes great. So my inspiration earlier was my inspiration that actually took my idea or ignited the dream was Aishwarya Rai. Then it was Priyanka Chopra. Then it was Sini Shetty, my predecessor, and before it was Manasa Varanasi, who is from Hyderabad. Then it was Manushi Chillam. I always see that what they carry within themselves, how do they speak, how do they maintain themselves, and the one thing that I love is they all have such an open thought process. You can ask them, and they'll be able to answer you in a very relative way. I think if I can be 1% of what they are, or 5% of what they are, I think I'll achieve my goal.
Okay. So in this journey, there might have been a lot of ups and downs. Throughout the time, what kept you motivated?
The one thing that kept me motivated is my Project Ekta. Everywhere I've been through, they didn't there are different individuals who I've met who did not understand who I am. They did not see the materialistic side of it, but they saw me as a girl who has come to meet them, and when I stand in front of them, they see me as a normal person. They don't look at the materialistic side of it. And some of them couldn't speak, some of them couldn't hear, some of them couldn't see, some were impaired by different places. But the one thing that all of them noticed was the winner inside me before even I could. So every time I went somewhere, they loved me. They cherished my victory. They cherished the love that they gave me. And at the end, the one thing that I loved was a peace that I get from them. So because there is a quietness around them which you don't get when you're away from home. And I live in a city which is hustling and bustling, which is running every time. And it's the story, it's the, how do we call it? It's the city of dreams and the finance city of India. So when I think about it, I love the peace. I love how they see the winner in me and how they speak to the winner in me before even I can speak.
Okay, that's wonderful. So a small message to all the women who are going to take you as an inspiration now.
The one message that I would say is growing up, like I told you, I come from a farming background, and I was always told that your dreams are very big for the place that you come from. or you won't be able to achieve it because you come from a village, but you live in a small city. And I always thought that, does it matter where I come from? Or will it matter if I go on to tell that I come from a village or that I was born on farms? The one thing that I realized after winning Miss India is that it doesn't matter where you come from, but it does matter where you want to go. And that clarity, I think that's what I want to give it to the women, because I'm an inspiration to them. Every day I work hard because I know there's some girl watching me on TV, watching me on Instagram, and thinking, I wish I could be like her. But I don't want her humble beginnings, her background to be a reason why she cannot come further in her life. So I dream to be that inspiration, that girl, so that each and every girl can think, oh, Nandini did it. And she comes from a village, and we did it too.
Anyways, thank you so much, Nandini,
Thank you
for
so
giving
much.
me your time. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We all want to see you as a face of Miss World 2025.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is Shreya Veronica signing off.